Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As usual, at the end of every year, I like to do a yearly favorites rather than a December. There are some products that I really want to share with you that I've been loving for the year of 2017. 2017 was such a great year for me, personally, professionally, like everything. I really enjoyed this year. I got engaged, our house was started. I had a really big year this year, and I'm so grateful and blessed for the life that I am able to live and the happiness that I have surrounding me. So this year is really extra special for me to share with you guys my yearly favorites. So the very first thing that I wanted to start off with was my ultimate #1 yearly favorite, and it was myself and my beautiful partner John getting engaged. That was the absolute highlight of my year and my favorite thing that happened to me this year. I was so excited. We have been together for almost 5 years now, and we are currently planning our wedding at the moment, and it is just a really happy time. So this year, being able to come towards Christmas, spending time with family and for friends, it's just been an absolute blessing, and I have so much exciting things coming up. And as sad as I am to say goodbye to 2017, I'm really excited to welcome 2018 and see what that has in store for us. So without further ado, I really wanted to share with you some of my products that I've been loving for this year. I've written out, honestly, like I've got a list, you guys. Like I came prepared for this one because I feel like when it comes to 2017, when it comes to the yearly videos, it's like you gotta have your shit together. It is the absolute all-time greats of the year product that I've been loving. I'm gonna start off by talking pretty much in order as the face goes, but yeah, so I'm gonna jump right in to 2017's video of the year, and it is with a great pleasure and excitement. So this is actually, like, honestly my favorite time of the year. I just love the festivities. I love like how everyone gets so into it and so excited, and I don't know, I just love it. And it's so fun. We get to drink champagne and have prawns and spend time with family and do fun things with our friends. And then by the time that's all over, we have Boxing Day sales, and then it's New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And here in Australia, it gets real hot. So we'll be spending lots of time down the beach, you know, again, drinking champagne and having hot chips and all of that sort of fun things. So I'm so excited. So the first product that I wanted to talk to you guys about is primer. And the primer that I wanted to mention is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base Primer. It has been a really holy grail product of mine for this year. I find I use it really quite regularly. As someone who has quite dehydrated skin, I find that this is such a hydrating base and can be used as a moisturizer also. So sometimes if I'm feeling like my skin is a little bit drier than normal, or if I'm wanting to do a little bit more of a dewier sort of makeup look, this is the one that I'd been reaching for. I really love this. It is quite an expensive product, but considering I bought this back in March, I think I've still got quite a lot left in the jar. So I've managed to be able to really extend this out. So even though you're outlaying, I believe it was about $80, it literally has lasted me majority of the year and probably some. So I really love this primer. It definitely is going to be something that I'm going to also repurchase as well. Next is the setting spray. I wanted to mention my Urban Decay Quick Fix Hydra Charge setting spray. This is actually my 3rd bottle. I use it that regularly. Again, for someone who has dehydrated skin and really likes that little bit of an extra kick to their hydrating dewiness, this is the product for you. I use this pre, post, and in between. I love this product. Again, it's not the cheapest setting spray, but it just really agrees with my skin, and I just find that it just makes it look so glowy and so pretty, and it really just keeps my makeup intact. I love it for that. And I also just love the color of the bottle too. Can we just take a minute? Like yellow green, love it. For eyebrows, I'm going to mention, because majority of the time I usually do my eyebrows off camera and I don't typically do them on camera. So most of the time you guys don't actually see me doing my eyebrows, but 90% of the time when I am doing my eyebrows, except for today, this is the MAC one. This is the Inglot Brow Liner Gel in the color number 20. I feel like it is just so easy to apply. The color of it is just really, really pretty. Not super warm, but also not ash, but it's quite dark, and it's just so easy to apply. It glides on, it stays on, it also sets my eyebrows too. So when I'm brushing them up with the brush, they tend to stay up. So sometimes if I'm not doing a brow mascara, this is really good for that. It's not an everyday brow gel unless you really like to have on fleek eyebrows like I do, but if you want something a little bit more natural, this is probably not for you. But this is something that I've been addicted to, and I literally use this all the time. I love it. It's pretty reasonable. I think I paid like $25 for it. Here in Australia we only have 2 Inglot stores. I actually bought this when I was in New York, but I know that we do have stores in the city. I know there's one in the city, and I think there's one in Parramatta. I'm not sure where else there are, but yeah, this is great, this product. And like I said, it is in the shade 20. I've been using this now for probably about 8 months, and I've only made the smallest dent. A little bit goes a long way, and that's one of the things that I absolutely love about it. For concealer, I feel like you guys already know what I'm going to say, and it is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Now, we cannot actually get this here in Australia. This is a Ulta only sort of launch, but I feel like you can buy it on the Too Faced website, I believe. I'm not really sure about that, but again, I actually bought this when I was in America, and I stocked up and bought about 5 or 6 of them. I still am using the first one that I bought, so I haven't actually even hit the next lot of concealers. So I feel like a little bit goes a long way with this. I love this to clean my eyebrows up and brighten up my under eye area. This is in the shade Fair Neutral. I literally use this every single day, and 99% of the time I use it in my videos. I absolutely love it. It's not cakey. It just makes my makeup stay on really nicely. It brightens my face. It covers my dark circles. It does every single thing that I want a concealer to do. So if you are able to get your hands on this, definitely try it out. I'm sure you've seen so many people talking about it, but it really is worth the hype. The setting powder that I wanted to mention is, I've got actually a few setting powders because we've got the highlight, the rest of the face, and the contouring and all that kind of stuff. But the first one that I wanted to mention is my highlight. So my under eyes, down the bridge of my nose, for baking, those type of things, is the Morphe Loose Powder Translucent Powder. I love this. It's so finely milled. It's so affordable. It just lasts such a long time, and it just doesn't have flashback, you know, cakiness about it. It's just such a perfect setting powder and also a highlighting powder. I highly recommend this. I have been absolutely loving it, and like I said, it is so reasonably priced. Like, I think it's about $5 for a jar like this, and I haven't even gotten halfway through it yet, and I use this quite regularly. Yeah, I wanted to mention that one. Then to set the rest of my face, I couldn't not mention my Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Powder Foundation, and this is in the shade Medium 57. This is like honestly my 5th one that I've bought. I literally am constantly hitting pan on them. I really love this because if you are wanting a full coverage foundation and you really want to set it and make sure that it goes nowhere, this is the powder foundation for you. I tend to do this a lot of the time with full coverage makeup, and literally my foundation does not go anywhere, and it just really matches my skin tone perfectly. And this one I think retails for about $50, so I feel like that's not too bad. They seem to last me a relatively long time considering I use them every day pretty much. But yeah, I really couldn't not mention this powder foundation. So then the next powder, contouring or whatever you want to say, like bronzer slash contour, is my Nars bronzer, and it is in the color Laguna. I love this bronzer. Like, honestly, I literally cannot live without this. This is an everyday staple for me. I find even if it's just to sort of warm my face up or carve out my cheekbones, this definitely is a bronzer that I reach for constantly, and I have done the whole of this year. So I highly recommend this if you haven't tried it. This has been around for such a long time, and I've been using this for years, but I've just recently started liking it again, and I honestly cannot live without this product. Like, I feel like it is just the perfect shade of bronze. It's not too ash, and it's also not too warm and orangey, so highly recommend that one. Also, bronzer that I wanted to talk about, which is kind of like a highlighting bronzer, is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Global Glow. I use these two in conjunction with each other if I'm wanting to sort of make my cheekbones pop and not really wanting a matte look, or if I'm just wanting to sort of brighten my face up and give it a little bit of warmth. I love to add that, especially if I'm doing a dewy look. So these two products for bronzing are my high products that I use pretty much every single day also. Then for highlight, I've got two items that I need to share with you because I'm like totally addicted to them. First one that I wanted to mention is the Cover FX. This is the custom enhancer drops. You can actually buy these ones for foundation, but they've brought them out in highlighting sort of ones. But the shade that I have is Sunlight. I love to use this as a liquid highlighter and then put a powder highlighter on top to get that real pop and highlight. This is honestly, I use this so much. Honestly, it's like not even funny. I actually bought this when I was in Miami as like a last minute kind of purchase, but I literally use this every day, and I'm so surprised that I have actually so much left of it. But I feel like it just gives like such a banging highlight, and I love that. Especially like, you know, sometimes when you don't really want to put any foundation on or anything, but you just kind of want to look like you have a little bit of color and that little bit more of it, like a healthy skin sort of look, you can pop this on. It comes in 4 different shades, but yeah, I've just got this one, but I'm actually willing to try the other shades now that I know that I use it so regularly, so I love that. But then on top of that, I love to use my Laura Geller Gilded Honey Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator. I bought this in Ulta in LA, and I just, oh, honestly, like I love it. It is so pretty. It's just like the nicest pearly golden bronze sort of highlight. I actually have on these two right now, so you can kind of see how poppin' it is. It's just such a pretty tone. It's really natural. It's not over the top. It blends in really nicely with the skin, and it just gives you that real healthy glow. It also helps to set the liquid highlighter also and just make it stay all day. So yeah, it just, I don't know, together I just find that that duo just really works for me, and I just love it. Then on to eyeshadow palettes. That took me a really long time to decide. You know, like I find everybody has like their thing that they're addicted to. I probably have 2 or 3 things that I'm really addicted to when it comes to makeup, and I find that there's just never enough like that I can buy of them. And it has to be when it comes to palettes, like eyeshadow palettes, when it comes to lipsticks and foundations, I can literally never have too many of them. So I always find that I struggle really hard to rein it in when it comes to those 3 items, because I just feel like you can never have enough. So for me to decide those 3 things, you better understand it was real hard for me. So for me to decide on what my favorite eyeshadow palette was, I had to just decide what was the one that I reached for the most. What was the one that I used the most, and that I created different looks with the most, and that I find if I'm going away anywhere that was the palette that I was going to take. After sitting there for I reckon a good half an hour, like tossing up which one I was going to choose, I finally made my decision, and I'm actually really happy with the decision that I've made, because I really do use this a lot, and I do take this one away with me when I go places, because it has, you know, the most variety of color and the most prettiest tones and pigment and the durability of it. So I wanted to mention my Morphe palette, and it is the Jaclyn Hill palette. I find that I just get so much out of this palette. It's constantly filthy because I just use it so regularly. But as you can see, there's just so many different varieties of eyeshadows and tones and shades and just everything that you could ever possibly need if you were traveling or going away or just for an everyday sort of look. I really do use this a lot, and I even was considering buying a backup just in case if they did decide to make it a limited edition. I use it that often. So yeah, if any of you guys were thinking about getting this palette, please do, because it is such a great palette. For mascara, I wanted to share with you a mascara that I have been using, and it is such a random mascara because normally, you know, like, I admit it, I'm a makeup snob. Like, I love me Sephora and Mecca and the high-end brands, but this one really took me by surprise. And this is the Rimmel Scandaleyes. Now, this is my third bottle of this mascara that I've bought. I started using this back in about February and I haven't looked back. This is such a great mascara. Like, it's so good for volume, length, and separation. I find that this is so easy to apply. It's not wet and it doesn't give me, you know, like tips around the tops of my eyes. Like, I hate that. So I think I buy this one from Priceline. You can get it on sale for like $10 and it's just so affordable, but yet it is just such a great mascara. I love using this on its own when I'm just doing a basic makeup look or just an everyday makeup look or just mascara and gloss. It's just perfect for that. So yeah, it's just mascara, but I really wanted to share this because it's super affordable and I actually love it. So for eyeliner, I wanted to mention my Kat Von D Trooper liner. Now, honestly, you guys know I use it so regularly in all my videos. I feel like it's like as if it wasn't going to be mentioned, but I just wanted to throw it in there anyway for you guys who don't really know me or watch my videos as regularly. But yeah, I love the Kat Von D Trooper liner. Literally buy it over and over, so highly recommend that also. So as I mentioned with the eyeshadow palettes, how hard it was, we're now on to lips, and I'm going to start off with the lip liner lipstick and then liquid lipstick. Now, this honestly took me even longer than the eyeshadow, but actually no, you know what, it didn't actually take me that long because I really went for, like I said again, what I use the most. And to be fair, you would know these are the ones that I use literally every day. These ones are the ones that are in my purse and in my wallet, and if I'm ever on my go-to lip, these are the ones that I go for. So the first product that I want to mention is my lip liner. This is from Milani. This is in the shade Most Natural. It is a crayon lip liner. It's just so natural, and when I'm doing my nude lips, it's really good for ombraing, or, you know, sometimes I really like to do quite a light center color and then do darker around the edges. This is perfect for that. I find that it just lasts so well and it just makes my lips look juicy and plump. Then for actual lipstick, I wanted to mention my MAC liquid lipstick. This is in the color Honey Love. I usually use this if I'm not really wanting a matte lipstick. Like, look at how beat up it is. It's just so disgusting, but it is like the perfect nude. It has that little bit of a gloss sort of to it. It is a matte shade, but because it's from the MAC collection, it's not super matte like a liquid lipstick. So I like that if I'm not wanting a, you know, liquid on my lips. But definitely recommend Honey Love. I've been using this for years, and like I said, this is the one that's in my wallet, and this is the one that I will be using on a day-to-day. Then my ultimate favorite is, it's quite a light shade and it's probably not for everyone, but I absolutely love it. Like, it is also quite beat up. This is from Too Faced, and this is the Melted Matte in the shade Holy Chic. It is so light, but I like using it if I'm wanting to overdraw my lips, or if I'm wanting to do a light center shade. These three lipsticks I use literally every day, so I am really happy with my choice to share these with you for the year of 2017, because honestly, I'm surprised that I haven't like ran out of them so far. I use these ones on a daily, love them, could not live without them, and these are in my handbag. Also, I didn't really want to share a gloss because I literally have only been kind of like into glosses in the last probably month or so. Like, I'm starting to get back into them. But if I had to mention one, I would mention my Marc Jacobs lip gloss. It is in the shade Sugar Sugar. I use this one quite regularly, but regularly as in the last month. So I don't know, I don't really have a whole lot to choose from because, again, like I said, I haven't really been using it, but if I had to choose one, that would be it. And then the last makeup product that I wanted to mention, again, this was my third item that I find really hard, and it's foundation. I wanted to choose something that I have been, you know, really going strong on using for the year of 2017, and it is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. I use this all the time. This is, I think, my 4th jar of it this year. Although it's not that big, it is really great coverage. I find it's a perfect color for me whenever I go out on a night out or an event or anything where I'm needing a full coverage foundation. This is the one that I reach for. This is the one, if I'm going away anywhere, I would take, or if I want to top up, this would be in my handbag. So I really wanted to mention that. I'm actually in the shade Beige also. I couldn't actually go past not mentioning it, even though I've had it for probably about 6 weeks. This is the Huda Beauty foundation. This is a revolutionary product. It is honestly so amazing, and since I've had my hands on it, it has been something that I've been using so often. I go to reach for it a lot, and I'm absolutely loving it, even though it is fresh off, you know, being released. I couldn't not mention this product because even though it's only been out for about a month or so, I have absolutely been addicted to it, and I love it. So I use the shade Tres Leche in the shade 320G. Perfect shade for me. I probably could go the shade the shade lighter if I wasn't tanned, but this is great for me tanned also. Then for my 2017 perfume that I have been thrashing, it is my YSL Black Opium perfume. I feel like every man and their dog uses this, but it is just such a pretty scent. It's so nice. I use it every day. It is expensive, but I love it, and I literally couldn't have, you know, gone out on a Saturday night or during the day without this. I feel like this is my smell, and I just love it. Then for my fake tan, which I feel like is super important, I have been obsessed with my Mine Tan Excess Ultra Dark color. This is a foam self tanner, so you can apply it with a glove. I love this one. I find that the color lasts on me so much better than a lot of other brands that I have used. I feel like it doesn't go orange, it lasts so well, it goes on so easily, and the best thing about it, it is an hour express tan, so you can actually apply it and wash it off after an hour. And I just absolutely love this color of fake tan. I feel like it's just delicious, so highly recommend this one. Been using it every week since I've been on it, which I think was last year. So okay guys, and that comes to the end of my 2017 yearly favorites. I know I say this every year, but it just amazes me at how quick the year flies by. And like I said, this year was just such a special year for me and my family, and for me and my partner. You know, it is the year that I got engaged, so it is always going to have a special place in my heart. We are so excited to start our future together and see what 2018 brings. I hope that you all had a wonderful 2017 and it was as special as it was mine, and if it wasn't, I hope and pray that you have a better year next year and good things will come to you also. I want to also take a minute to thank everybody who has supported me and my channel and has watched my videos and given me thumbs up and shared my videos and just overall supported me. I really hope that this channel grows as well as it has been, and you know, you guys will all be on a journey with me together next year to see where it will all bring, as next year I will be building my house and I will be planning my wedding, so we'll have so many awesome things to film and to create. But I hope that you all have a wonderful New Year's Eve and you stay safe, and you know, just be careful and stay safe and spend it with all of your loved ones. I love you guys. Please all stay safe. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve, and I will see you all next year. I love you so much, and thank you again.